3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1116. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. And thank you very much for your support as well as your presence during this reading. I want to start this reading off by acknowledging somebody who may be feeling very impatient about something, or disappointed or upset about not getting something or someone that you feel you deserve. I feel there's also a message here to remind you that you are not alone. It feels like it's important for you to understand how much more bigger your immediate circumstances are than you. It's okay to be frustrated and disappointed, but be mindful of how you express this frustration, this disappointment, and ensure that it's working for you rather than against you. And I saw a sign about trusting that everything happens for a reason, as well as a warning about being in a vulnerable position, or maybe somebody manipulating you or coercing you. Only take that warning if it resonates. But moving into interpreting number 1116, there are 3 ones here, and as it has been for a minute, there is a powerful message here to trust yourself, have faith in yourself. And if you're struggling to have trust and faith in the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, I really encourage you to, really understand where the distrust and the faithlessness is coming from. Are you really feeling disconnected? Distracted? Overwhelmed? Frustrated? For somebody, these messages about trusting yourself and having faith in yourself might not be as impactful as I would hope. But I feel at the very least you should be able to trust yourself to not stray too far from the path and to keep doing what you need to do to maintain your patience and your faith. Maybe you need a healthy outlet here, and it could even be creative. It doesn't have to be, though. It's just important to express yourself and to use your voice so you can work through how you feel and really understand what to do with it. How it will inspire you to speak or do. Number 6 in 1016 is encouragement for you to love yourself more, to commit to loving yourself in the way that you deserve, rather than turning to self-destructive, self-hating habits, coping mechanisms, expressions. This number 6 is all about loving yourself unconditionally. So maybe, it could be helpful to give yourself permission to feel this frustration, this impatience, to have more understanding for yourself. Just what matters the most is that you use these feelings and ultimately this energy wisely. Maybe there's something here that you could free yourself from. Is it self-doubt? Doubt in the universe? Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 6 is 9. And the number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. The more that you find healthier ways, even beautiful ways to express yourself, the more that it inspires others to do the same. I really feel called to remind you that you are not alone. There is purpose in your existence, in this reality, at least in my opinion. And there's purpose in the things that you went through. And you either get to define that, or the universe will reveal it to you, or it will come to you some way, somehow, the sense of purpose, if it hasn't already, if you allow yourself to move forward with self-love and self-care. And, so I feel like part of the reason why you might struggle to maintain faith is because of this resentment that you may have towards yourself, towards your circumstances. For sure. A lot of people feel that way. It can be very annoying and frustrating to have to be patient when you're tired of being patient, or you just don't feel like you deserve to have to wait for something. But sometimes that's all you can do. And the best thing you can do in that circumstance is find acceptance. Accept what is, and allow yourself to work with what is, what you can control, what power you do have. Because if you don't allow yourself to accept things the way they are, it's going to be a lot harder to create a reality or a situation or relationship that you truly want. I'm feeling connected to the word diventare, which means to become in Italian. I'm also feeling connected to the word challenge. Maybe it's challenging for you to become the kind of person that you want to be, or for a situation to become something that you want it to be. But there's still something to gain here with this challenge, this frustration. It's, some sense of purpose where letting go of someone or something outside of you, I feel like it might pay off in some way, and it may only be emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually, but that doesn't mean it's any less valuable. I feel like it'll teach you how to get closer to what you actually want. So overall, what I'm feeling with this number 1116 is there's a lot of encouragement here for you to have trust and faith in yourself. Pay attention to what your intuition is trying to tell you. And don't lose hope. I'm also feeling, how important it is. It really is to love yourself and to be committed to loving yourself in the way that you deserve. Honestly, I really do believe that self-love can help you trust and believe in yourself more. Because sometimes doubt is less about your ability and more about insecurity. Are you feeling insecure in some way? And, like something making you feel unsafe or just anxious? What is it? What can this fear teach you? What can it tell you? Is it a limit, or is it really trying to protect you? And, go from there. Like I said, there is purpose in all of this. That's what I believe. And in our own lives and each other's lives, our collective existence, this universe, this planet, there's meaning. And I believe that the way acceptance, letting go of what needs to be let go, to bring in new generations that are more awake and aware, and I want to say alive, than the generations before. So you can see that there is a deck of cards on the table. These cards are the Prisma Visions Tarot. And this reading is going to be quite simple. I'm just going to pull a few cards to see what else there is to add to the messages that have already come through with the number 1116. So let's see what this first card is here. I have the Two of Swords in reverse. I also just felt connected to the Two of Pentacles. On the sticker on this card, the white sticker that you probably saw, there's the symbol of the moon, the zodiac sign of Libra, and the element of air. With me feeling connected to the Two of Pentacles, maybe there's something here about juggling priorities or just prioritizing what means the most to you in general. Maybe you're trying to organize something or manage something, plan for something. And this Two of Swords in reverse is telling me that there's some indecision or confusion. There's a lack of clarity, or maybe you feel like you're being pulled in different directions. It's definitely, something going on mentally. Like there's a decision here that needs to be made. And like there's this feeling of stalling. For some reason, I'm feeling connected to Joseph Stalin. I'm not really sure why that is. But only take that if that is significant to you. The number 2 itself can be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation on your mind. And it can be confirmation or guidance for you to create more peace and balance within yourself, and being very mindful about your choices and ensuring that you are choosing things in this life, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that truly do align with who you are, what you believe is right, what you value. Maybe there's a need here to be honest with yourself, maybe someone else. Like I said, there's just this feeling of feeling stuck, indecisive, or just confused. And wow, I just got flipped this Two of Pentacles. I saw the number 321. That's a sign, the number 321. That's a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. And I'm definitely seeing this Two of Pentacles for a reason. I don't know if this planet symbol is Jupiter or Saturn, but it looks like the number 4 right there, if you want to look that up and see what it means. But there is also the zodiac sign of Capricorn and the element of Earth. You see how this guy is juggling? Well, kind of. It's not really focusing. Oh well, it's not that important. I'm sure you can see it good enough. But yeah, like I said before with the Two of Pentacles, maybe you're planning something or juggling priorities, and there's a choice or many choices that you need to make to ensure that you are investing in the right people, the right projects, the right mission. Let's go ahead and get the last card for this reading. Maybe this one, if I can get it. Here we go. Huh. We have the moon. I was actually thinking recently, like within the last day or two, how it's been a very long time since I've seen the moon card in a reading. But I believe that this card is connected to the planet of Uranus, but I'm really not sure. There's the zodiac sign of Pisces, and I'm not sure what element symbol this is. It's an upside down triangle if you feel called to look it up, but there is also the third eye chakra. And I find it interesting that we are seeing the moon, because there's a lot of darkness in this card, and it really confirms and aligns with the idea of confusion. Maybe feeling lost, or even, like I mentioned before, anxious. There's definitely something here that you're trying to navigate. As I've said it many times, choices or a choice to make, and this could be a deeply psychological choice, like maybe a perspective that you choose to hold, or something more practical, like, do I take this job or that job? Do I get a new car? But this does feel like this is more focused on your internal experience. What's going on mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for you. There could be some fear here that is clouding your judgment and making it harder to make a decision, to navigate this situation. And honestly, I feel like maybe one of the most helpful things you could do for yourself right now is identify what thoughts and feelings are coming from fear, and which thoughts or feelings are coming from your intuition. The best way, in my opinion, that has helped me discern between fear and intuition is your fear is loud, it's jarring, it makes you feel small and nervous. And your intuition is quiet, calming, sometimes even comforting, even if it's not what you want to hear. It makes you feel confident because it's a knowing and not, it's actually the very opposite of fear, where you're afraid of the unknown. Do you feel anxious because you know something, or just because you're afraid of the unknown? And I am leaning more towards the afraid of the unknown with this moon here. Because it does feel like there's something you don't know, or there's just not enough information here to make you feel more confident, have more trust and faith in yourself and the universe. Be more willing to love yourself in the way that you deserve. The major theme here is definitely navigating a situation that is confusing, conflicting, and it's affecting, one specific area of your life, or just different areas in general. The moon card has the number 18 on it. 1 plus 8 is 9. And as we said, that number is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. So I really do encourage you to reflect, think, contemplate like you gotta contemplate to be able to make some sort of decision, and be very mindful of what is coming to mind, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're questioning, what you're afraid of. It's just like this call for you to just really connect with yourself right now, understand yourself deeper so you can see things more clearly and have more confidence, in the decisions that you're making or the situation that you're navigating. You don't have to know everything to know you're making the right decision. Who knows? maybe the right decision will make you feel less afraid and more confident. Like your intuition is like, this feels right, and your fear is like, is this right? You know? So it does make sense how in the beginning there was all this talk about trusting and believing in yourself. Be patient with yourself with any decisions that you gotta make, however you're navigating something. And, seriously, be kind to yourself too. You can't expect more than the best from yourself. That is enough. Maybe you need to give yourself permission to acknowledge that your best is enough. And, just give yourself the space and time that you need to think, maybe even to breathe and to choose wisely, to move forward with awareness and confidence rather than ignorance and fear.